Good evening, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Valhalla, for the DLC Dawn of Ragnarok. Now, it's been a bit of a tough week. For those of you who watch the schedule, you may have noticed we haven't managed to fulfill it this week. And you can probably tell just that obviously my voice isn't what it normally is. It's not too bad, to be fair. It's got a lot better than it was. So, we did stream, I think it was one morning last week. And by the end of the stream, you could tell my voice was changing dramatically. And it's just gone on all week. So, apologies for not being able to keep to the schedule this week. Every time we do a schedule, I'm always aware that obviously we said this is what we're going to do. I want to fulfill that. This week has been a nightmare. And I've just not managed to do anything. So yeah, that's massive apologies from me. It is not the way I want to do things. And yeah, it's not intentional. It's just bad luck, I suppose. Massive thank you to those that have messaged me on Discord though, to see how it was. And I very much appreciate it. It was weird, I didn't feel ill, I just couldn't talk properly. And since the stream involves a lot of talking, I didn't want to just be growling the whole time during the stream, or coughing as well. I don't think that's very good for everyone to listen to, so it was easier not to stream, which has been frustrating, because I've even tried voicing over videos, and I listened to them back and thought, yeah, no. So I'm behind on everything I wanted to do this week, and we haven't done half of what I wanted to do, but we're here tonight, and that's the main thing. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the likes, much appreciated. I'll do Twitter while we're loading in, I think. I think my headphone settings are wrong. Bear me a second. I'm assuming you can hear me. I'll need to double check that in a second as well. Let me just bear with me 1 second while I do something. I know there's an issue in terms of sound because I can barely hear the game, which is really weird. Okay, sound is good for you guys. Thank you for the like, with those, much appreciated. Good evening, Kathy. It is just about. I think there's the odd crackle, but nothing major, to be fair. Depending on what game we play, I'm not visiting the Helix store. Thank you very much. Thank you for the offer. Depends what game we play. Depends what setting I need to have the sound coming through the headphones on, because some are really loud and some are not loud at all, and it's ridiculous having to keep changing every game. But yes, it's been a rough week. We're here. Everyone else's week has been good. I hope everyone else's week has been what they wanted. The schedule will go live tomorrow for next week. I have got a few appointments which will change things a little bit, but I'm hoping to fulfill the schedule as I plan. That is the aim. So I'm trying to type and talk, and it doesn't really work. No, I can't spell. Right, should we load in while I'm doing this? It makes more sense, doesn't it? We're 272 hours, 5 minutes and 29 seconds in. Right, I'm trying to remember what we were, but this is what we were doing last time. I'm trying to type and I still can't do it at the same time. I'm trying to do too many things at once, it's really not working. Okay, now I can concentrate. Done. Okay, thank you for the like, that was much appreciated. Right, so we are here. Let's have a look at where we are. So we're here on the map. We actually finished off last stream by heading over here. I love the way the map moves like that. And just heading to a viewpoint, so it was somewhere we could finish off more than anything else. Good evening, gaming. How are you? So that was the plan. the main mission we're on at the minute, the Scholar and the Sunstone. We're on chapter 2 of that. We've got to head here and speak to Einar, who is the dwarf that was working for the Muspels, who the other dwarfs thought was a traitor. So we need to go and speak to him here. We tried to collect one of these wealths over this side, all the way back down here, and we couldn't figure out how to get up there. So that's something we need to look at. But we've still got other abilities for the Hooga to find, 2 abilities. We did try flying, but it didn't seem to work. So I wonder if one of these abilities may help us, but we don't know. So that's my thinking. We continue with the story. We're going to ignore this area that we've unlocked over here, because we haven't really got a reason to go over there just yet. So we'll head across here, speak to Einar, and then we'll probably, my pronunciation is probably horrendous, we'll do the raid while we're there, and then depending on where that wants us to go next, probably try and clear here. We've kind of done everything bar a wealth here. There is a mini wealth we've missed over here as well, to be fair. Mini wealths aren't massively important. It's the main ones that are the important ones. And that's kind of where we're at. Story-wise, quest-wise, we have got a couple to do. We've still got speak with Kara, the Valkyrie. We actually know where that is because it comes up on the map. That is up here, just there. We haven't ventured over that side yet, so when we do, we'll do that one. And the other quest is seeking shelter, to find all the shelters. The other thing we did try and do is this mystery here. Couldn't find a way to get to the wealth. We've got to figure that one out. The mystery there. Now, this is one thing I've got to remember. We have to raise someone from the dead, but currently we can't. We've got the power to do so, but it didn't seem to work. So that's something we may have to go back and try and deal with later on. Maybe we need to upgrade the power, maybe. I think someone dropped in the chat and mentioned that. So that may be the way forward. But I think we should concentrate on this mission first, raid here, and then decide from there where we're heading. I think that's a good plan. You've got a cold and you feel weak. Yeah, colds are never nice. You finished DLC? Nice. And you've nearly finished Forbidden West. Nicely done. Yeah, Forbidden West for us comes after we finish the DLC. Right, have we got a jump off point before I die horrendously? There's got to be one, surely, isn't there? Yes, there is. I'm glad that I really panicked then for a minute. I can't die the minute we load in, surely. That's a nice little dive off. Okay. Climb on the branch. Oh, there's something there. That's an opal. There we go. So what did you think of the DLC? Hands down, had a really good ending. Nice. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I've kind of not given an opinion on what I think to it just yet, because obviously we're not that far in, are we? That's the thing. So I really don't want to give an opinion until we know. I've just noticed something over there, though. Just that tree is incredible just there, straight ahead of us. Look at that house, or that white building, or I don't know what that is. That there.
See you, old friend.
I'm not sure what it is, but it looks really cool. This is the only problem with me and Assassin's Creed, or any game where you can explore. Because I see things and think, oh, I really want to go and have a look at that, but I know I want to do the mission as well. You enjoyed every second. Good, good. I think this was good, but wasn't 40 hours and not worth £40. Interesting. That is interesting. I've heard the same from a few people, to be fair. Which is kind of unfortunate. I think Ubisoft... Ooh, new territory. Ubisoft have an opportunity with the DLC, with this DLC, to really show that they weren't just after people's money. And if it isn't what they first said, I know it changed a little bit when they released. It's disappointing for the fans if that's the case. But again, I'm holding off until we've actually finished it all. If it was £20, you would say it was great. Yeah, I can see the point. Okay. What have we got? So some more flowers for powering up. I thought that was something else. It's a tree stump. It looked like something else. So we can get the Horgarip powered up. Our powers at the minute are flight and our ability to transform. They seem to be the best 2 powers to have, I would have said. Obviously we're still missing some. But for me, they seem to be the most useful. It would be nice to be able to hold more than 2, but I can understand it being limited at the same time. That's an interesting one. Okay, I'm not going to waste flying just yet. These annoy me. I'm sure we'll find a way of getting those. It's going to annoy me if we can't. Right, we are nearly there. Map was smaller than you thought. I think the map's a decent size though. From the outset, it looks a good size, but when you're travelling it, the look of the map can always be different when it comes to actually moving around it, can't it? So it all depends on that. You know, when you first look at the map, it actually looks a decent size, but if it's not filled with much to do, if there's lots of empty spaces, it can then be a lot smaller than it first seems. That's the thing. The story you really enjoyed. Good. As long as you enjoyed the ending as well, that's the important thing. But yeah, I do get what you mean. You know, maybe there's not a rush to get it. And I said I was going to get it at release, so I did. But yeah, I can completely understand people that hold off and wait for sales, because I've done it with the rest of the Assassin's Creed games where we play through the franchise. I've got really good deals on my Assassin's Creed games recently. Some fantastic deals. So I can completely understand holding off. And to be fair, we generally do for a lot of games. Look at this wasteland. There's some enemies over there. We'll ignore them for the minute. Right, we know where we're heading. To this bit just across here. And where is he? That's the question.
What do you see?
Right, slightly to the left. I've gone too far to one side. There we go. Right, where is he? You want to get the game called Elden Ring. Elden Ring does look good. If you've not played a Souls game before, though, be aware of the difficulties of it. The lack of story puts me off. That's the one thing that puts me off, is the lack of story with Elden Ring. How many hours did it take you for the DLC? How many hours into Forbidden West? Good shout, yeah, that's a good question. Forbidden West, you have to be in the right mood to power through and platinum it. Well, there was an issue with Forbidden West, from what I'm aware of, where some of the things you need to do for 100% completion couldn't be completed once you left an area, but that's been patched now, supposedly. DLC took you 14 hours. Is that all? Oh wow. Forbidden West, you're 45 hours in. Okay. I'd have to go back and look how long the first one took me to kind of see if they're on par. You like the look of Elden Ring, Kathy? I like the look of it. I've seen a few things about it. I really like the look of it, but lack of story puts me off. The difficulty, not so much. It's more the lack of story. But I don't know. I'm in two minds. It might be something we look at that further down the line when it's been out a little while, maybe. Okay, let's speak to Einar.
I was starting to worry you may have met with resistance. Those who resist me are not long for this world. Indeed. And we are not short of foes in this area, so I'd be glad for your company. Come, my workshop is close. Here, Einar, your sunstone. This is where you worked before the Muspels invaded. One sight of men.
So we have to follow him. I'm guessing we're going to get attacked. That would be the first thing that goes through my head.
Yes. I returned to the city. Worked with the Sons of Evil. I should not be seen in this area. So I allowed myself to be captured. Offered my services to launch. To rescue your son. There's more to you than meets the eye, Master Einar.
Alright, I don't need the Valspress, I'm full. Right, there are enemies here. Obviously we are sneaking in, hopefully undetected by the looks of things.
As you can see, it's been some time since I was last here. Now, if I may ask, what does the High One of Asgard seek in Svartalfheim? My motive is not so different to your own. A son to rescue. To do so,
I'm trying to get his fire going in by those things.
Though to what end remains a mystery. I see. So you're not here to save dwarf kind. If butchering Muspels in my path aids your cause, then I will not deny you my gifts.
I've just seen him using the tiny blower there.
You are most.
And then I've just seen the big one behind him.
It has been said, yes.
I don't think he was meant to do that.
Damn it all to Helheim! What? What is it?
Right, we need to speak to him again. He didn't really explain what had gone wrong. More of a chill game, but really hard. You were watching this game, I don't want to do it unless it goes on sound. Yeah, I'm thinking probably a sale later on, Kathy, as well, to be fair. If I months and kill them. There is a point to it all, though, isn't there? But obviously that's got to be discovered as you go through.
Javi, forgive me. What?
It was a trap.
Do you fail me, Einar? The Sunstone must endure incredible heat.
Oh, no, maybe not. I thought he trapped us.
Form. My instruments are no longer capable. I'm sorry. Give it to me. I have the means to endure any heat. Of course. When the process is complete, the Sunstone will shine brightly. Bring it to me then, and I shall finish what you have begun.
Okay.
Big words from one so small. It will be done.
So we're now holding the Sunstone. Oh, okay. Heating progress. Take damage of any heat source. Use the power of Muspelheim to endure magma. Lava. Don't step into the lava unprepared. So we have to step into lava and heat up the Sunstone so the heating progress is full. And in doing so, we'll endure the heat, hopefully. That seems to be the plan. And obviously we can use the power of Muspelheim to endure. That's the thinking. But yeah, I think it is. For something that you're not sure how much you're going to enjoy it, I think it's a lot.
To subject myself to the kind of heat that would kill all but a Muspel.
Right, well, we saw some... Is there any lava? I know there's enemies here. Oh, there is a massive bit of lava just there, isn't there? There's lots of enemies here as well. I'm thinking, let's take a few of these people out. Because I'm going to need their... In fact, I don't need to do them yet. We can understand in the lava here. We're going to need their power to recharge, aren't we? Let's change. Let's stand in the lava.
This had better work. If this is an elaborate deception,
keep an eye on how long it's lasting for.
Will be considerably more simple.
Okay, it's done in one. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting it not to last long enough and us having to recharge was kind of my thinking. As it turns out, not so much. That was a bit anticlimactic, wasn't it, really, in the end?
How did you...
We're nearly halfway through the story. Oh, it doesn't feel like we're nearly halfway through. We've kind of only done one area.
What you need now.
That's the incredible thing.
Yes, I believe so. Let me see. Ah! Still hot.
Of course, we just stood in lava.
Will this work? Einar. Sorry. I've only ever read about this in the ancient scriptures. I've never seen it with my own eyes. Can you get me into the vault or not? I believe so. But Claude is no fool. He'll surely have made preparations. Let me worry about Claude.
So that's going to be a fight then, I would assume.
Now, if all has gone to plan, Fridtjof and Tira will be
besides stuff like that, but the story doesn't. Okay.
Uldar's old city, the great cavern at its heart.
And that's why we always try and clear as we go, to be fair.
I must catch my breath and calm my nerves, but I will join you there as soon as I can. See that you don't fail me.
Harvey doesn't trust him, does he? He knows, obviously, he's betrayed the dwarfs once.
I'll do as I've promised. The vault will be yours.
I'm still not a massive fan of this armour just yet. I'm hoping there's more armour to find, because this one, yeah, I'm not a massive fan of it. Okay, the Scholar and the Sunstone has been finished. Why are we still dressed? Okay. Power, I thought had run out. Right, there are enemies here. And it is probably worth dealing with them. Then we can absorb the power at least, and then also we can clear everything else that's here. This is going to be the raid, isn't it? I think is here. Raven not available, okay. So we've got to travel to Udar for the quest, which is back over here. Before we do that, we want to raid this. We're here, we may as well raid. Can I just call them in to raid now? I can indeed. Let's start the raid, let's clear this area, and then we'll look to where we're heading next. You'd say the DLC just preps you for Ragnarok, so you think there's going to be more to come then? You're playing the first Horizon right now, then if I get this DLC to finally download, play it, and I want to play New Horizon. You're going to do a Witcher 3 afterwards. Nice. That's not a bad order to do things in, Kathy, to be fair. It's a really good order. Right, we'll call the radio and clear the area of everything. I'm still disappointed by the raids. Mainly the fact that everyone looks like we do. We're using a new hammer, aren't we, as well? I forgot about that. The thing is, I don't know, enemies just seem really easy to kill. We're trying not to use overpowered weapons or anything like that. They're not really much of a problem anymore. And I know we could change the settings to make it probably a little bit more difficult for ourselves, but... Big guy. Big guy's down. Since this is a raid, we want to clear everything that's here anyway. Force open. Well, this is something different. I haven't come across one of these before. When you finished it, you kind of understand. No, absolutely. Right, so this we can pillage. Someone else has found some treasure by the sounds of it. We'll have to deal with that in a second. Just pillage this first. More silica. Why did someone else say they'd found treasure? There we go, more silica. I heard someone else say they found treasure, but I don't know where they've gone. Ah, maybe up here. I'm hoping for a bow actually from here. Something we've still yet to find is a bow for this area. I would like to find one. Trying to save our raiders. Right, there was some. So there's more silica over that way by the looks of things, and there's probably something else we've still got to find, knowing our luck. Okay. So I think it's in this building by the looks of things, so we've got to find a way in. Ah, I think they're out. Oh, this one we didn't open actually, they're waiting for us to actually knock this over, there we go. Pillage the silica. Yeah, I've already expressed my dismay at the raids. I thought we'd actually gain a new crew for this area, and unfortunately, I think that's kind of a bit of a letdown to be fair. Right, what's left for us to clear still? There's a mini wealth there, silica over there, mini wealth. So we want that silica over there next. We've just been over there to be fair. So we must have missed that. I keep forgetting to use some of the new abilities as well. It's just so easy not to. Good evening Merrick, how are you? You need to beat this game. You like Odyssey better? I wouldn't say one is better than the other at this point. So we're basically playing through every Assassin's Creed there is currently in the franchise. We've just finished Black Flag. We've done Odyssey, Origins and Valhalla. We've 100%ed them. And then we've gone back to Assassin's Creed 2 and started working our way through. I wouldn't say Odyssey is better than Valhalla, in my opinion. I think in all honesty, Odyssey is a decent game. But I wouldn't say it's better. I know it sounds like a bit of a cop-out. I'm trying not to make it sound like a cop-out. But I don't know, there's just something... I think I prefer the period, maybe? That window we can get for up there, I think it is. Yeah, I think I prefer the time period more than anything else. I love ancient Greece, I really do, and the colours of ancient Greece were incredible. But there's something about the Vikings and being in England, probably, since I'm in England, probably makes it a little bit better for me, in my eyes. There is a long-term supporter of ours who absolutely detest Odyssey. But I'm definitely not of that kind of notion. I think there's good things and bad things to all the games. What's my power level? My power level is... So we're currently 492. I'm also not upgrading certain skills on purpose. There's certain skills that make it too easy. So that one's not too bad. There was one up here that was added in the last DLC. This one over here. Aiden's Heart. I won't add it because I think it makes the game too easy. So certain skills we don't use, I won't add them. So my power level is always going to be below what it could be, maximum wise.
Show me what lies ahead.
Just because of that. Right, we have cleared this whole area. The crew's gone back to the boat. There is one mini wealth to collect just there. And I think we've cleared the raid area. Odyssey or Valhalla's hard one. Yeah, you enjoy both of them, don't you, gaming? Yeah. Yeah, there's one person who would love that debate about which one was better. Okay, I think there's something in here. It's a mini wealth that I missed. It is, it's above us. Okay. Up the ladder. Yours is 100 something. We have platinumed the game though, so we've finished the main game, we've finished all DLCs, and now we're on to this one. So we've got, alright, we'll save it in a second, I'll show you how many hours we've got. It's a lot of hours. Thank you for the like, whoever that was, much appreciated. We're over 200 odd hours in, but then that's, like I say, every DLC as well. We can talk to him again. I don't think it's going to tell us anything else. No, it won't let us talk to him again. Oh, we can.
I won't let you down.
Okay.
Head for the old city.
I did wonder whether he'd talk to us or not.
Find my boy.
Okay. I need to leave this area so we're not in a red area, and then we can save, and I'll show you how many hours we're in. It's a lot. Let's put it that way. Not Cass. Where is he? He would love that debate. Cass is a guy who's a big supporter of ours, joins in a lot of the streams, but he absolutely detests Odyssey with a passion. And yeah, he will happily debate it for a very long time. Which, you know, everyone's got their own opinion of what they enjoy and what they don't enjoy, haven't they? Right, we'll give it a save, and at the same time we can check our hours. So we're 272 hours, 5 minutes and 29 seconds currently. Obviously it's good to save often, we have had crashes previously. So yeah, 272 hours in currently, Merrick. You only played a few Assassin's Creed, my favourite so far is Assassin's Creed 3. You really enjoyed Assassin's Creed 3, didn't you, gaming? And Origins, yeah, you're a massive fan of Origins. I guess it. I wouldn't say Origins is too easy. I like Origins' story, to be fair. I just think some of the map is probably a bit empty. And I know that makes sense because it's desert, but I don't know, it's just the way it felt to me, unfortunately. Doesn't make it bad though. It just, you know, each game has its pluses and minuses. It's like, oh, short. Yeah, admittedly, it could be longer, and I'm kind of annoyed they didn't give, they didn't do a sequel, but not with, my names are not working tonight, a sequel, but not with the Bayek, with his wife. I would love a sequel with his wife when she went to Rome. I think that would be a really good story to tell. Combat's good in 3, yeah. The combat in Assassin's Creed 2 is horrendous. That's one thing we have found by redoing some of these. Is some of them you don't realise at the time how bad the combat is, but Assassin's Creed 2 combat's horrible. But yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to play through all of them, try and platinum as many as we can, 100% them all, and then we'll talk about what we think about the whole franchise as a whole. That's kind of the plan. Okay, so there is something here. It is an artifact, so we're going to go and clear that next, and then there's a mystery nearby as well. There's a few things I want us to grab. I know we're going to swim across, but that's because I didn't see a boat. So we're going to go and clear these before we head back to the old city and continue with the story. Just because they're here, we're passing and we may as well clear them while we're here. Okay. Yeah, they definitely need a sequel with Aya. That's Aya. I couldn't remember her name, to be fair. But yeah, definitely need a sequel with Aya. I think that would suit the franchise superbly as well. They're both updated. Combat in the Ezio trilogy is really difficult. Yeah, I wouldn't agree with difficult. I just think the combat in Assassin's Creed 2 is very basic. And probably when the game launched originally, you wouldn't have noticed it. But now, when you replay it, it is really noticeable. Is it above us? I think it's above us, isn't it? It is. But also with the Ezio trilogy, I think the combat got better in Brotherhood and the other one. Both, but I really can't do names today. Brotherhood and the other one. I'm really struggling with names, it's ridiculous. But yeah, I think the combat did get better as you went through the trilogy. No, I know it's not going to be. I know it's not going to happen for Origins, but with the new game they're meant to be introducing at some point, when finally that comes out, there is it sounds like you're going to be able to jump in and out of different time periods. So that's an opportunity to add that kind of story in there, isn't it? If you can hop in and out of different time periods, that's a perfect mini story you could have. But we don't know. There's not enough information about what they're doing, is there really? Right, let's head for the next mystery. We are right near it anyway. And then there is something to our left as well. And then we'll head to the old city, because I think we'll kind of clear this whole area, and that's kind of where we should be heading next. I'm hoping the story takes you to the far-flung reaches of the map. Currently, we're still in... Save the dwarf from their predicament and I'll give you precious knowledge. You can seek them later. Okay. This is telling us we need to save the dwarf. We had this before. And we saved him.
Oh dear.
And it's the same again.
I say, this is most
To save the dwarf, and we may be able to speak to him later on as a shelter. Not that these guys put up much of a fight, to be fair. Obviously, we're only using weapons and armour that we've gained via the DLCs now, so the stuff we're using, so the armour, the weapons, this new hammer. Ooh, I can't block that. They blocked that though. The armour we're now using is from the DLC. The hammer is DLC as well. We only use what we find as we do a DLC, so we do need a new bow though. That's the one thing we are missing. I think they're all dealt with. We can now... Oh, I'm on fire. I shouldn't have stepped on that. Let's go and rescue the dwarf. I do like this, that you can go and talk to them later on. We haven't been to talk to anyone yet, but it sounds like a really good thing as long as it's interesting. Right. See where to save himself.
Oh, thank you.
He obviously got himself captured.
Stranger. Always a pleasure to see such ruffians meet their demise. Endanger me? That's what you get.
Good evening, Lee. How are you? Black Flag's still your favourite by far. Black Flag was an extremely good game. We played for it recently, and it was incredible.
However, can I repay you for saving my precious, ambitious, far from...
I think Black Flag just got so many good things right. I think that's why everyone loves it so much.
And I'll see you get a hero's
So there's a couple of people now we've saved that we can go and get rewards at the shelters when we go back to see them. We'll do that shortly.
And look here, if you want to give some more baddies what for, they're gathered on the Black Beach.
We've heard of Black Beach a couple of times now.
South of where those ghastly war animals are made. Frightful.
War animals. That's a first. We haven't heard that before.
To meet with the Jotun. Would you believe?
Black Beach, you say?
I think that's the second time I've heard about Black Beach.
Beach for sure. But alas,
you can't wait for the new one. It looks cool.
Like
You mean the one with Basim, or do you mean the Infinity one that's been talked about? Mystery complete. Dwarf in distress completed. Because there's two, isn't there? There's one. Dwarves' clues have revealed the location where a group of Suttingers, outriders, may be found. Kill the leader, get reward. Okay. So they've given us information that leads to a location, which is over here, where we can kill the leader and get reward. We will head over there soon. The only reason we're not is because no quests have taken us that direction, really, unfortunately. But that's an interesting one. We can upgrade the Hauger Rip whenever we get a chance to, whenever we're back inside on the shelters. That's Infinity. Yeah, no worries, Merrick. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for saying hello at least. But yeah, Infinity, I think, will be interesting if it's done correctly. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with it and how they do it. There's so many ways it could go wrong, but so many ways it could go really well. It just depends on the way it's kind of done, isn't it? The Basim one looks interesting. I know Basim isn't a character a lot of people like, but again, it can be done really well, and it might work. I'm one of these people that will give everything a chance and see. I don't want to, you know, say something's going to be horrendous before actually doing it. Okay, there is a welfare, so that's why we're just heading over here first before we head to the old city. And like I said, we can head to the shelters any time, and we can get rewards from there, from the people saved. So there's some enemy here by the looks of things.
The guards here are vigilant.
I haven't got an issue just walking straight into a lot of these now. Just because it doesn't seem... There's no downside to just running in. And it's not normally my style, but there is no downside to it. Any more? Yeah, okay. And you as well? Okay. I don't know why they're not attacking me. But they're not. Well, that's one of the new skills, that act. Works okay, it's just not... It doesn't feel like it's a massive amount of damage. Right, is that them all dealt with? Feels like it is. I think that's everyone dealt with. Right, so let's clear what's here. Seems to be a couple of things. There's a lot of jars over here. And the wealth, I'm assuming, is in here. Another platinum ingot. I can hear someone screaming, like they're on fire. Nice opal. We've got a little note to read as well. Are you back again? Hello again, Merrick. If you're reading this, better know that danger is upon us. Oh, so this is someone was trying to get to one of the shelters then, by the sounds of it, and they got ambushed possibly. Right, is that everything here dealt with? No, there's a mini wealth just there. And I think that is everything here. Something else shining over here. But yeah, it looks like they were probably ambushed trying to get to one of the shelters by the sounds of it. And here's the mini wealth. There is someone talking to us, but I can't see where they are. An opal. We don't spend the opals, but I'll still collect them if we come across them. Where is the guy that's talking to us? That's really annoying me. I can hear someone, but don't know where he is. Someone's telling us to leave. And we shall do that then. Okay, so that's that area clear. So now, the only thing we need to go back and do this one, which is where we need to raise someone from the dead, but I don't think the Hoogarip's powerful enough to do it just yet. And the story's telling us to head to the main city, to the old city. So we're going to fast travel to the viewpoint. I know we can go back to the shelter and get a few upgrades, but let's just continue the story for the minute. Because I think we're going to have to travel back to around this area again in a second anyway. We'll go to here and go back to the old city. Continue the story that way for the minute. So far the story, to start with, the story didn't seem to be any kind of story, and then it now kind of makes sense a bit more. We have cleared this of everything previously. The main story, I think, is below us actually. So we're now here. Yeah, it's actually to our left. So I guess it's going to be in there.
They will sing our song, brother. We shall bring Surtur, the one-eyed head of Havi, and become lords of Muspelheim.
So I think they're going to bring our head.
Until Havi is dead, shut your gob.
And the main quest is there.
That old goat still has tricks to play on us.
They reckon the old goat will still have some tricks to play. Well, that's definitely going to happen, isn't it? Right, they're inside the old city. So inside here is the two friends who we met earlier. There are enemies as well. Now, I don't know whether we should be sneaky or just go in. We've cleared this of everything anyway. We can just run in and start fighting. Wouldn't be an issue. Whether we should or not is a different question. Trying to see if I can work out where they might be. No, okay. It might just be a case of running and start fighting, clear one out, and then find them afterwards. Let's have a look up first. They may well be hiding in plain sight deep within. Okay. Hiding in plain sight. So, what would be in plain sight then? Would we think? You did say deep within though, didn't it? So you've got... See, because we've cleared all this, it's kind of one of those, really. I was aiming to jump into the chest, but there we go. Okay. So hiding in plain sight's now made me think maybe it could be anywhere. Place to check would be, we've gone... Oh no, it's actually disappeared completely from the map where they are. Thought we could use that to our advantage. Ah, we can hear them.
Be gone from here, please.
Right, so we can hear them. They are nearby. It's just where are they? We know about this one. We've dealt with this one. We've cleared this anyway. So I could hear them when we was this way. If I could hear them, they must be nearby. There we go. Right, we know they're here, so they're hiding amongst the other dwarfs then, might be my thinking. Yeah, here they are. Hiding amongst the other dwarfs in plain sight. You love the daggers. I think that's the assassin blade pops out when you try and protect yourself.
Finally, you made it.
Finally? We've had lots of other stuff to do.
Sounded like you doubted me for a moment. What of your eyes? Are they mended? Getting there. Recovering.
Wow. He's recovering his sight. I didn't think that would happen.
Now then, show me what to do with this augmented sunstone.
Einar?
Alive, last I saw, but old and slow. We must begin without him.
Right, place the augmented sunstone on the pedestal. While we're here, let's pick all the money up. I don't know whose money it is.
You know what must be done.
So the pedestal is... There's a note here. Throw a coin for good luck. Male muscles drown in their own steam. So when it says pedestal... Where's it meaning? Oh, down here. Oh, okay, we've got to place it there. That wasn't immediately obvious. To me, anyway.
How hard can it be? Now, place the sunstone here.
Okay. See what's going to happen. For a sunstone, I was expecting something smaller. It's kind of a big
Surely
lump.
It cannot be so simple. No, this mechanism.
Okay.
What was it? I think yes. We need more light to converge here.
Yeah, already on it. We know what we need to do. We need to move the lights again to make them point at the right place, as we've done previously when we cleared this before. So we need this light to go onto the sunstone. That's one. And then we need to do the second one on there.
More light is needed.
So we kind of guess this is what we need to do before he actually told us.
Don't be seen here.
The dwarfs aren't keen for us to be seen.
Eno was right. The Sunstone must be satisfied. Now the relic will be mine.
So activate the Sunstone. There we go. I'm assuming the door's going to open.
The vault of the ancients.
What's the betting it's empty? Isn't that normally what happens with old vaults? You open them after loads of different things and it's empty.
Why isn't it opening?
Or it doesn't work.
Something wrong with the mechanism.
Yeah, about that. I'd feel a lot more confident if my father was...
Okay.
Get to work.
They're going to try and figure out the mechanism. We have to fight them and deal with these guys. These guys don't seem too bad. They're stomping. Hey, there's lots. There's actually quite a few here.
Where have you been? Any idea what we're doing?
Alright, any more for any more? There's a few more joining by the looks of it.
Where have you been? Any idea
Okay,
what we're
let's
doing?
deal with these guys.
You may have noticed I was being bloody chased. Yes.
Right, is that the last one?
I did read it.
Right, we've dealt with them all. It wasn't that bad really. There just seemed to be a few of them. Have they fixed it? Something's happening.
It is done.
And the door opens.
Took you long enough. By Ymir's armpits. What are you doing here, you one-eyed shitbag? Seeking a relic.
That's the way to greet him, isn't
Somehow
it?
grown more wrinkly and ill-tempered since I last saw it. Fuck off.
So we've read quite a lot of letters concerning Ivaldi.
The mighty relic. Piece of junk. I took out all the good stuff already. What? Then we shall take our leave. Quickest way out is through the front. You look like you've been to Helheim and back. Claude may be a mongrel bastard, but he knows
Right, so we've gained lots of new stuff.
Sure.
Magma blood, new runes, the usual. I kind of want to see what else is in here. I've got a feeling there's nothing else to look at though by the looks of things. I was hoping there would be, but I don't think there is. They're just going to follow us, aren't they? You would expect there to be lots of stuff to do and see in here, but by the looks of it, I don't think there is. Although there is something there. What's that? Has some titanium. I was hoping there'd be lots of like cool stuff to read or look at, but doesn't seem to be. Anything down here? No. That shine is because they're right next to us, isn't it? So, yeah, after all these little stories we read about Ivaldi, I thought there'd be something else to read concerning him. Because obviously he's been locked in the vault for however long. Look at all the treasure there. Gold here in the Dwarven Kingdom of Muspelheim, or is it Swarfelheim? Doesn't seem to be a big deal, does it? No one seems to have an issue with gold, since there's so much of it. Right, I think we're done. It said was you have to leave out the front. I would guess that as soon as we leave out the front, obviously something will happen. So let's go and do that. I'm assuming they're going to follow. Escort the dwarfs to safety. Okay, we're going to get attacked then, aren't we? Or we've cleared everyone already and they won't get attacked. That's an enemy.
What do we have here?
Sinmara.
My stepson takes his mongrel eyes off you for 1 second. And look at this mess. To think his father expects him to rule Muspelheim one day.
Oh no, no. She's one of the bad ones. She's nothing. But she has Threek's blood on her hands and must pay.
So it looks like that's who we're fighting.
Find another way out. The way we got in! Quick! Get to the shelter. I'll see.
We're going to go to the shelter afterwards. We've got loads of stuff to do at the shelter. First, looks like we're fighting Sinmara. So if we can get the stamina down. Right, we've just got one on our back to do now. Need to get round to the back though. Oh, I missed. Completely missed that. I've only got no arrows left either. That's a lot good. Okay, we're not doing that now straight away. So let's deal with her the old-fashioned way, shall we? She does move quite quickly. She has a red attack as well.
Give me my son.
That was a poor attack. That's one of the new skills as well.
All I shall give you is death.
Didn't seem to do anything really either. Oh, that's a bit of an attack from her. That's a rubbish move.
You never fail to disappoint.
Okay, stay away from the fire move, obviously.
What's my effort?
That's what I wanted. Slow time. Oh, I missed it. I had the one arrow and I missed it again. To be fair, we don't have to use the arrow, but a few hits and we'll lose the stamina on her.
Anger makes you clumsy. You do care for Baldur's mother?
It's been an honest fight. Threek would have bested you.
There we go.
That's right, you mewling Quim. Run back to Suther.
She decided she couldn't fight us anymore and off she ran. Seems to be the way so far. Every time we have a big fight, they all seem to run away during the fight. Right, we now need to head to the shelter. We also need arrows since I've now used them all. It's my over-reliance probably on arrows. Isn't a helpful thing. And they're a little bit hard to come by. Although they're not, we just got to find more stashes. But let's leave here first. I think there was some on the way in, wasn't there not? There we go. Some nice arrows. Okay, so we now need to return to the shelter. That's what the story is telling us. We can fast travel to the shelter. We've got a couple of people to speak to because we've saved them from Muspels. Hopefully we'll get rewards from them. We've also got upgrade to do to the Hauger Rip. And I think that's about it. Let's head back to the shelter. Hopefully the dwarfs get out in one piece. But any of the big baddies that we've fought so far, they've all seemed to disappear on us. We've never actually beaten them fully. They just disappear right near the end. Okay. There's going to be a few people to speak to, I'm pretty sure, in here now. So is this... There's two people we saved, I think it's two.
Hello, Harry. Are you here?
No, I should have realised I read as people. I don't do read as stuff. Okay. This was the person who wanted stones, I believe. I think we've got a few. Let's see if we can hand any in.
Oh, brought me gems, have you?
There we go. I don't know what we get. So we've got 2 dwarven gemstones.
Here, more gemstones for your collection.
We haven't handed any in so far.
How can there be an invasion with so many gems lying around?
Because the Muspels don't care about the gems. There we go. That's all we can do with him. We got a Muspelheim monolith scheme for that. Now, we've got the shop we can go to. I want to see the people we saved. This tattoo parlour, I'm not overly worried. This is the shop.
Back again, I see.
The only thing I generally buy is the titanium, to be honest. Mainly because it's the one thing we run out of, more often than not. Nothing else really bothers me. I know we can take arrows, to be fair. But...
Anything else?
Nope, we're good, thank you.
Enough of this.
So I want to see the 2 people we saved. I know the main quest is there, but I would like to see the people we saved first. Right, they're the group we helped escape just now. Who are these people?
Made it back in one piece,
There we go.
Ah, my savior!
Colborne, he's one of the ones we saved.
Look, everyone, that's the one I told you about. Saved me from being cooked alive. And here, your reward. And please, I know it's generous.
Generous, eh?
Say nothing.
Only if you promise the same.
Titanium, iron ore, and an empty box.
To torment these dwarfs. I should find them. Stop them. Hello again.
And that's the lady we saved as well.
Forgotten about me. Here, I know it's not much. A small gift in thanks for saving me from those beasts.
So they seem to be around the same area. Everyone we saved seems to come to the same area.
More useful than you may think. Thank you.
She gave us tungsten ingot, titanium, and leather. It's not bad. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, it just popped in my head. We've got to stop the person who's giving orders to the Muspels to harass the dwarfs. Has anyone seen the trailer for the new Harry Potter game? That does look interesting. Even if you're not a massive Harry Potter fan, I think it could be quite an interesting game.
Is it lunchtime already?
Yeah, we'll quickly do our upgrades, then we'll continue the main quest. You can upgrade the Hooga Rip. So, let's upgrade how much we can store. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? I don't think we're really utilising it as much as we probably should, to be fair. So we can use 2 skills. Yeah, we should be able to use 2, I think, now. That's been upgraded. And then, is there anything weapons? We can... Do we want to put the Fire Giant armour up to Divine? Or just leave as it is? I'm in 2 minds. I know we're using... Oh, we've got the Legacy of Vivaldi hammer. Let's increase the hammer. Mainly because it's something to increase. That's from the DLC. So we'll enhance the hammer. It's going to have a new appearance. Divine quality hammer. It's gone gold. Yeah, by looks it's gone gold. I think that's about it. There's no point doing anything else until we get more gear. A bow would be nice. And we'll do that. Let's have a quick look at that. So, a hammer. That's details. So it looks a bit different to before. It actually looks more threatening maybe now. I like it. I actually think it looks alright. So we might as well upgrade it since we've got enough to upgrade it. No. Okay. Upgrade's done. Spoke to the people we saved. Let's speak to these first.
You made it back then.
That we did.
So Einar.
Anyone needing to be carried? What did she say?
She said you're welcome to carry her off.
Another time, perhaps.
There we go.
Thank you, Javi, for wounding the Muspels here, and for liberating the 3 of us.
You know it was not my aim.
That does not...
Doesn't help that someone else and one of the other dwarfs talking over the conversation, does it? There we go. Right, let's continue the quest then. The main quest.
Did you end her? She escaped. Come. I've been cooped up long enough.
So we're going for a walk with Vivaldi.
Of all the faces I left behind in Asgard, yours is the last I expected to see. You sound disappointed. I'd have preferred you sent a buxom Valkyrie, wearing nothing more than a mischievous smile. And carrying a barrel of the good stuff. Now you're talking, but when I saw you in the palace, through Glod's portal, well, I knew you'd come for me. Thank you. Anything for a friend. My gentle jailer rescuing me from a far worse jail. It's almost poetic. You dwarves never did understand poetry.
The sky is high, wood is good, and Harvey is still an arsehole. How is that for poetry?
They have put quite a bit of humour into this.
About as
The
good
way they
as you
talk to
smell.
each other.
Now, I have a use for you.
Harvey has a use for me. Words to chill the blood. Still, you know we dwarves give nothing away for free.
Do you breathe fresh air, or the stench of Glad's torturers?
Keep your eye in its socket. What will you have me do?
Wait. What?
What was that?
Vermin. Thief.
That is Glod.
Face me.
Be warned! I will finish what you start!
Looks like we're facing Glod then. And he's turned into a fire arena. That's not going to be good for us. Although we can use the power of muscles, can't we? Keep tearing his skin off. What is that? I haven't got many arrows on me, annoyingly.
Is that the best you can do?
I shall have your head. And present.
Oh, that was a red attack. Should have dodged that a lot better than I did. That is difficult to keep away from. I've got no stamina left to roll as well. There we go. Right, we've got a few arrows, just not many. Alright, nice little perfect dodge there.
Shall have your head. And present it to Lord.
We go from the side, it doesn't seem to have an attack for us. We go to its side. You get caught in the fire, that's an issue. I just can't dodge quick enough. There we go, nice little dodge there. Some sort of fire cat. It looks like a panther more than a tiger. I was thinking tiger with me, but I think it's more... Whoa! Okay. I think it's more of a panther kind of style, I would have said. Or leopard, maybe? But yeah, dodging is our best friend at this point. Obviously, every hit does make us on fire. Oh, Muspelheim. I've gone for the power of Muspelheim, so we can actually go on the fire. And we're not obviously hurt by it.
The age of Muspels begins with your death.
The age of the Muspels begins of our death, according to him. We paralysed with the electricity, that was good. I wasn't expecting that, but there we go. That works brilliantly. That worked a lot better than I was expecting to, actually. There we go. The electricity was the key, which is one of the new skills.
Now I have killed his. A small step towards justice.
Wish you had let me get a few kicks in. Bastard almost ate me once.
Then it is over? The Muspels will be in disarray.
Not while Surtur is in power.
So Glod is no more.
The relics, and what you did with them. What happened in the vault?
What do you think? Glod tortured me. Commanded me to revive the relics, then extract their magic so that Surtur might use it in some way.
And you could not?
How fucking dare you? Of course I could. But not for a shit like him. Of course, Glod was too dim to see that I was dispelling the magic rather than storing it. And as soon as I knew you were coming, I gutted the relics, rendered them useless. So no
Ivald is definitely a very clever person for what he's done.
It is unwise to underestimate such an enemy. But you were short-sighted, Ivaldi. I could have made good use of that magic.
Well, if it's items of power you seek. During my imprisonment, I heard rumors. Surtur is building something. Something small, yet very, very potent. And highly valuable to him. So valuable that if it were to fall into your hands, you might do some real damage here, I think.
Oh, really?
Music
Okay.
to my ears.
I will seek out wisdom on the subject. More ancient and advanced than even my own. But first I must equip myself with some decent tools.
Do we need to get him the tools?
A hammer and maybe a chisel or two.
There is a dam in the north of Vangrin. Huge bloody thing. Almost completely frozen over.
South of the dam, there is a workshop. Perhaps it remains in good order. When your travels are complete, you will find me there.
Okay, so that's where we need to head to find him. Which means that part of the quest is done. The Vault of the Ancients is complete. So a few more skill points to spend when we're ready. Not that skill points are a big deal. It's definitely something that I don't think is a massive issue. And that is the Corpse of Glod. Okay, so let's have a look at our quest log then and see what's next. So we're back to 2 again. Seeking shelters, we've got to find the remaining shelters and also speak to Kara the Valkyrie. So, let's have a look at the map. Where have we not been? Where should we go? Where should we head? So, he said something about a dam, didn't he? We know there's a shelter over here we haven't been to. We've got this area to clear over here. We also know there's something there. So maybe that's worth a look. I know we need to upgrade the Auger before we can do that one. I think it's upgrading the actual power itself, which we haven't done. We've got a couple of things over here. So I kind of like to go somewhere because there's a reason to do so, if that makes sense. At the minute, we've got no real reason to go over here. There's nothing kind of, other than that. And there's a few things there to do, isn't there? I'm thinking, we go to this viewpoint, we head down here, clear these two here, clear the viewpoint, head across, we've got a raid, and there's a new shelter. And I kind of think that should be our kind of area to look at. It's kind of my thinking. So let's do that. There's more of a reason to head north than there is to head west at this point. Obviously we do have to go over there and clear it at some point, but at the minute there's no real reason to. Okay. So if we head to these over here and the next viewpoint. No! I died. I did this before from that same viewpoint. I pressed the wrong button to jump off. That's really annoying. It should be an auto save. Yes, there is. That is twice I've done that from the same point, and it is because I pressed the wrong button to jump off. Every time. Because you fast travelled, it's an automatic auto save. What I will do, just in case I'm silly enough to do it again, we'll give it a quick save. Definitely not the first, it won't be the last time I do something silly like that. Okay, should we try this again? That's what we should have done in the first place. Admittedly, we could fly. Let's fly over there. It's not too far away, to be fair. Let us fly as we intend to. There we go. See if there's anything that takes our fancy along the way. I don't think there will be. There's a big hill just there, though. But this is where we're heading. There's an underground area by the looks of things as well. So we've got a decent distance. There's an artifact to pick up and one lot of treasure. There we go. And we can refill up the auger rip while we're here. Or nearly fill up anyway. Okay, so these look to both be underground.
I should be cautious around here.
This is a dig site. I think we've been here previously, but I don't think we did the underground part. Yeah, I've been spotted. Not that I'm worried. Missed him. There we go. I'm out of arrows. We do need arrows. That's one thing we do need. So enemies are here. That's double assassination. We don't get to assassinate double assassinations much anymore, so it's quite nice when they do happen. We need to use our arrows to open up that. And let's see. Another one to open up as well. What are we going to find in here? It should be a treasure, to be fair. And an artifact, I think. There we go. Artifact is there. Cosmetic scheme acquired. And we have our treasure. Oh, platinum ingot. Oh, is there anything else in here? That's both of those cleared. A bit simple, but we did it. Alright, there's a few people here. Okay, I think we got away with being here. We have already been here once and cleared it of everything else, so it was just that we didn't do. So I think we're done. So, viewpoint's the next thing. And then, as I say, we should head up, I think, to the raid after the viewpoint. If the viewpoint shows us anything to do on the way, I'm thinking shelter. Maybe even the Valkyrie along the way. It kind of seems to be our point. We haven't got an area on the map to go to meet him by this dam. So when we find a dam, possibly that will open up. Or we need to do the shelters or the Valkyrie first. A little fire to the left here. What's this? I'm trying to work out what they are. Are they deer? Yes, they are. Why are the heads bowed? Because they did something looked weird, like they were about to attack or something. It didn't look quite right. So I thought there was something different to what they actually were. Right, our viewpoint's just up here. So we're going to unclear the viewpoint and then keep heading towards the next shelter to unlock. Is the current plan. Story-wise, there's no story at the minute. The quests have kind of stopped. We've got the Valkyrie to go and meet at some point. And we've got the shelters to unlock. And that's all the quest is showing up at the minute. So we'll work our way towards the next one. But on the way, let's grab the viewpoint and see what else we'll unlock. I will say the Ubisoft done an incredible job of creating this world, this land. There is a lot in it, and it does look alive. And the actual gold just lying around in chunks and everywhere is really cool. Okay, so there's another artifact near us, and then we've got the raid over here to do, and then we'll try and unlock the shelter. I think that's the next thing, and this will be our new area as well. The only thing that's clear over here now is one artifact, the artifacts there actually, so one mystery and one wealth. We know what they are. I think we need to upgrade the Auger Rip a bit more first. So that's easy enough to clear. And this should be a higher power area, so this may be a little bit harder, this area. That's where we should be heading, I think. So let's head to the artifact, see what it is. And at least it's something else cleared. And then we've got a raid to do. And then we'll find the next shelter by the looks of things. It's weird how the quests kind of just stop. And then you kind of figure out what's next yourself. But I think the premise is the shelters are the important thing. The Valkyrie obviously needs doing at some point. But I think it is the shelters are the primary focus. You love those with no full damage. Do you know what? Well, after we did Odyssey, I forgot about that when we came back to Valhalla to do one of the DLCs, and yeah, I died a few times forgetting, obviously, this full damage. Right, here we go. We have the new uncut gemstone. I want to hand in at the shelter when we're ready. Nicely done. So, I know there's enemies there. The raid is further on though, over the river. That's where we're heading next. We've got no reason to avoid these guys. I need arrows, that's the one thing I do need. We've got a new fast travel point as well now, which is cool. I don't want the power of rebirth back just yet, and not until we can power it up more. I think it's kind of pointless. I think the Raven seems to be the best ability of Muspelheim. Definitely seems to be the best abilities. But this, I think, is a new fast travel. Another opal. So just across there seems to be our raid area. Same when you went back to Origins. It's weird, isn't it? You get so used to something. So this is our new fast travel point. We could actually just call the longship and then sail to there and then go raid that way. It probably makes sense, to be fair. So let's call the longship. I'll press the right button.
Need your eyes, my friend.
Hopefully we don't get a weird yoga pose. If you haven't seen the short we did the other day, it was from our previous stream when we got a nice yoga pose when we first called our ship in. Bird of Paradise pose, I think it was. It was a bit of a weird graphical issue. Let's go and raid the next area. We'll get some more silica at least. And as soon as we're at the next shelter, we'll have a look to see if we can upgrade the Hogger anymore. I haven't really looked at what we actually need to acquire to do many more of the upgrades other than the Hogger itself. Right, what have we got here? What's that way? I don't know where we're going. Let's head this way. Looks like you could run around this way. This is our raid location. It's right here. That's quite cool. So we should get the option to raid.
It's heavily guarded.
How? Sorry, I don't get your question, Merrick. How do you change the ship? What do you mean change? This is the long ship. You can change cosmetics if you you've got to build one of the areas in Ravenstone. I can't remember the name of it now. I'm really struggling with names tonight. I apologise. I don't know what it is. I just can't get names right. But yeah, in your main area, if you upgrade, you have to build a shipyard, I think it is. Once you build the shipyard, you can then change your cosmetics for your ship, which will gain over the course of playing anyway, to be honest. Right. Well, at least we should be able to gain some arrows from this area. I think obviously the venom of the attacks has definitely gone up. I know there's plunder there. I want arrows. There we go. Climb up. Right, let's get this toppled. The looks of it, yeah. Sorry, yeah. No worries. Yeah, the yeah, you have to do the. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, you build the area in Ravenport, and then you can upgrade the ship and change cosmetics. Well, you can't upgrade the ship, you change cosmetics. And then the River Raid, you can upgrade the ship to a degree in terms of the hull, how much you can carry, but it's not a massive thing. Okay, not that way. There's obviously a way in here, I'm just trying to find it, because it's... I think the silica... Oh, it's here, it's a chain again, isn't it? So we silica inside here as well. So yeah, just... I'm more than happy to help. Just let me know if you have any other issues.
Come, help me with this.
Okay, more silica. More arrows. Is there an upstairs to this one? I don't... there's something there, but I don't think it's upstairs. Like before. No. Okay. There is some more wealth, it seems. Ladder, let's go up. I don't know if it's up here or not. It's the wealth that way, there's a wealth over there. They could be in a completely different place on the map. No, they were part of the raid, I think. Because the raid isn't complete. So I'm assuming they are part of the raid. Okay, a few things to pick up. A few dwarf captives here. Although we can't free them, which is a bit of a shame. Unfortunately, they'll only be free, I suppose, when it's all over. Okay, where is my silica? That's our way back up. Silica must be in here then. What have we got? There's a chest here. I feel like I've gone to the wrong place. Ah, there's an opal. But no silica though. Kind of run out of enemies as well, it seems. So, who are you fighting? Ah, that's who they're fighting. These are the enemies. They're up top. Big guy. Hello, big guy. Take the knees out. The big guy soon drops down. And one of our guys is down as well. So let's get him back up. There we go. Is that all of them? Is there any more? This is more silica. Tips on leveling up. Clear as you go would be my big thing. So on the map, when you see the blue dots and the white dots and the orange dots for the treasure, just clear them as you're passing them. You'll soon level up extremely quickly. That's quite cool. And blew him up. You'll soon level up really quickly if you just clear things as you go. So every mystery and artifact, they all soon count, and you will find you actually level up really quickly unexpectedly. Harvey was just saying how deep down dwarves dig. Okay, so there should be some more silica nearby. I think we're heading in the right direction. We're not going to go that way. I think this is the last one, and the raid should be done, I think, after this. Or I'm in the complete wrong place. Can I get through this way? Yes, I can. So it's actually below us. Big guy to deal with. I'm not a massive fan of that new skill with the axe. I just feel like it's really poor animation, maybe. I don't know. Seems really slow compared to other moves and skills. Send down. Right, so I think the silica is down here by the looks of things. Lots of enemies though. A bit of electricity there, never goes amiss, does it? Right, we've got another person down, let's get them back. Oh, took a bit of a hit. There we go. And the silica we needed is here, and this should be raid done, I believe.
Look at this little horde. Hey, come here.
Why not use 2x? Because we only use weapons we find in the DLC. It's just something we've done from every DLC so far. So the only weapons we currently have that are from this DLC now is this hammer. Before that we were using, I think we were using an axe that we got as part of the DLC. But I don't like using the stuff we've got from the main game or France or Ireland, because for me it doesn't fit. Does that make sense? So I try and use the weapons and armor we find from the DLC. Obviously, if we don't find any, we won't. We played the whole game. We started off with an axe and shield, and we went to a hammer and shield for the main game. Then Ireland was still a hammer and shield, I think it was. France was a single-handed sword and a shield, and this is the first time we've not used a shield, just because we haven't seen any while we've been here more than anything else. But yeah, I kind of feel it's a bit weird if you use items from the main game in the DLCs, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's just one of the weird little quirks. Everyone has their own thing they like to do, don't they? And I think that's probably mine, to be fair. Right, there is a mini wealth nearby. I'm just trying to work out where it is. I've got a feeling it's over here. Where are you, mini wealth? I think it's nearby. Oh, it's right next to us. There we go. Mini wealth cleared. So this whole area now done. No, I never used 2 during the main game. It was always a shield. I tried to stay more Viking wise, and they generally had 1 axe and a shield, didn't they? That was kind of my thing. So yeah, I've never really used 2 axes actually, to be fair. So that, I don't think we've seen that, whoever that is before. So we don't know what that marker means. But we're heading for the shelter. I just need to find a way out. So I thought my voice was completely fine. You may notice it's cracking up a little bit. It's weird, isn't it? I think it's all the talking. I don't know why it keeps happening. Hopefully it will calm itself down again. Right, so the raiders are leaving. I want to see if we can get out of here a different way. More towards where we're heading, hopefully. We are trying to leave. We just can't find the right way out. Okay, that does take us that way. No guarantee we'll be able to get out of this. I'm using a shield as well and 1 axe, yeah. So we did, and then we got a hammer. I think it was a war hammer. And then we used that for the majority of the time afterwards. I liked the amount it stunned, I think, to be fair. So we stuck with a hammer. It's like armor. I used the Raven set for the whole of the main game. Didn't change, didn't need to change. Picked no end of others up, but just never changed into them. Never used them. And only because they didn't fit. It's just, yeah, everyone has their own different style, don't they? Okay, more enemies. Have we? No, these are all the enemies we've killed, aren't they? Trying to find the way out more than anything else. I think we are heading in the right direction though. So did we? I don't know if we came in from. I think we must have came in from over there. I think. I don't know if I'm walking around in circles or not. That's the question. I feel like I have. Right, the dwarfs really want us to leave. It's on the floor. Oh, there we go. A doll. But yeah, it's like I say, it's down to your style and how you want to play, isn't it, and what you want to look like. because it's single player, for me, cosmetics just don't seem to make any sense, and I wouldn't buy them from the store, because for me that just doesn't make any sense. But I know people do, and that's their choice. You're definitely not forced to. There's enough gear sets in the game not to have to be honest. Right, finally found our ship. We can now leave. We won't use the ship for too much, but we just want to get out of here more than anything else. Once we get to somewhere on land. Okay, so it's turned. Come on, turn around. Keep turning. Trying to avoid narrowly hitting the walls. I think we're okay. There we go. Off to the next shelter then, it seems. Good evening, Cass. How are you? We can fast travel, to be fair, but when we fast travel, unless you're going backwards, like to basically we cleared, you kind of miss things. I like to explore and just see what's around. Whereas fast traveling, obviously, that breaks that, doesn't it? You don't see everything. But I just want, we've got out, so now we can leave the ship and look for this next shelter. And you just don't know what you're going to come across. So we wouldn't have even looked twice at this area if we'd fast travelled.
Survey the area, Sudan.
Some sort of mill, using the water maybe. And we're heading over that way somewhere. So we've got to keep an eye on these chests to find the shelter. The chests with the orange markers will give us the shelter location. And that's something we've got to keep an eye out for. I know they do. I know they look cool. I get that. But for a single player game, does it really matter? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's just my. I don't really bother with cosmetics and anything, to be honest. So because of that, it's never really been something that I've focused on. You don't like using the ship. Why? In the base game, the ship is a big part of what you need to do for the raids and things. Yeah, I use the ship all the time in the main game. Less so in Ireland and less so in France. But yeah, in the main game, I was using it all the time. Especially if you want to upgrade your village, town completely, you need to find the mini camps that are located around the rivers. So if you don't use your ship, you may not find them. Right, so this is another enemy of Cinema's Chosen. We've discovered another one. We have defeated one of these previously. Now we're going to try and take him on, if he doesn't walk away from us. So we defeated one of these. They're not difficult, I wouldn't have said. But they each have individual good skills, I suppose. Not good parts, but skills. And that one is they breathe fire, by the looks of things. Slight hit there. Right, what do we got? Just the ankle, by the looks of it. There we go. Actually missed my big hit there. Oh, I can got a little stomp going on. There we go. To be fair, we can take a few hits. It doesn't really matter because we are a lot stronger, to be fair. Oh, look at that. Lightning as well. It's the first time I've made that work. I knew it was possible. It's the first time I've seen it, to be fair. So. And this is without using the skills that give you health back so easily, and yet we're still not really losing health. They're quick, aren't they? Now they're down. Confirm the kill, and we've beaten another one. To me, it doesn't matter. We are on normal. I normally play everything on normal. I think exploration I've got on the hardest difficulty. For I remember everything else is just on normal. I don't mess around with difficulty too much. We probably could set it to harder, but it's one of those. We've done it on normal all the way through. The changing now seems a bit of a silly thing to do. I don't know. I know obviously you can make it more difficult for yourself. Yeah, I'm happy. I put the exploration on the hardest, and everything else on normal. I think it's a good balance.
One of their shelters must be nearby.
Right, we're going to look out for the clues, which are the orange markers to find the shelter. So we've obviously found one. I just didn't see it. Follow the clues. Let's track the quest. And I've obviously missed a clue because it just happened to tell us. Ah, it's over here. So this barrel should have an orange mark on it. Will tell us roughly which direction to go. There we go. That is the clue.
The wolf mark. They must be in hiding nearby.
So let's find the next clue. There is another barrel to the left over there, so I wonder if it's that way. Enemies over there. Not that we're that worried about going against them. Okay, there's another mark. Is there anything else to pick up near it? Nope. So another mark's this way, another one over this way. You think it's too easy? But is it too easy? Because of obviously we're done so much. Open your map to find your objective. Why is it telling me to open my map? To find the objective. Right, so this cart, dwarven arrow going straight, so we're heading this way.
Have a look.
In fact, it's over there. Okay, there's the ladder. This should be a new shelter then. This is our third one, from what I can think of. I think it's number 3. Let's head on in and see what we find outside. A few things to pick up first.
We must be close to a shelter.
Why is there an arrow saying to go this way?
We must be close to a shelter.
Interesting. The arrows actually tell us to go into the wall, which tells me we've made a mistake. We shouldn't have come down. Or we just have to follow a little narrow passage that I didn't quite make out to start with. There's a marking on it. Ah, maybe it wasn't this way, but we have a letter. Love letter to Svas. Dear Svas, I need to know that your love for me is as real as mine is for you. To this end, I will seek you out tomorrow. No matter the risk, yours eternally, Vaska. Okay, interesting. So someone was looking for their true love. Oh, you underwater? I hadn't thought of underwater. That's a good shout. That arrow says goes the other way where we came in, but you never know. It's worth looking underwater. Let's have a look. Definitely worth looking. Nothing that way. Nothing that way. I think that's a dead end as well. Yeah. But if you've checked, it's nothing worse than not checking, and then you actually figure out it is underwater and you didn't go down there. So nothing worse than not double checking these things. Right. So we can see the arrow now, can't we? So what have we got here?
We must be close.
Another arrow. Yeah, we are very close now. Arrows to the left. This one's the shelter then, by looks of things. Nice jump down. And we have found our new shelter. The Jordair shelter. And there's a new quest here, World's End, which is a new quest for us. We can pick that up while we're here. Let's speak to everyone first.
Fix up your boat, or don't. Makes no odds to me.
Your enthusiasm is quite inspiring.
Oh, is it? That's nice. Are you buying something?
I don't know. I think she only sells boat stuff. This boat stuff, there's no point. Yeah. So we've got all the boat stuff. We've got loads of ones that we haven't touched. Ulla's Hunter Hole, Dark Knight. These are all ones we've got some of the Amazon Prime rewards and stuff that I'm not bothered with. But yeah. I think she sounds as bored as I get with looking at boats. Hello again, Cass. How are you? I did say hello when you first dropped in. Right, what's going on with these people?
On behalf of Redder, I have lucrative.
Oh, not another Redder one.
If you are.
I always miss the scarf, and then I go to talk to him when I shouldn't.
Have fun.
Okay. Tattoo parlor.
Welcome, friend. Let me make art of your skin, a sculpture of your hair.
Your name is different. Oh, what you mean the character name? So in this DLC, you're playing as Harvey or Odin, but you look like Ivor.
You have a new design for me.
Does it not prick at your conscience to feast in this place of plenty, while your kin starve throughout the realm?
Should I be miserable because they are? To each their fate. Mine was to find sanctuary here, beneath the bountiful tree. I will enjoy what time I have, till better days come.
Weird, the different viewpoints of the dwarfs. Some of them care about the invasion, some don't mind at all. They don't even believe it exists. It's quite weird how the differing viewpoints are so severe. Right, there's a mystery nearby as well to solve by the looks of it. What else we got up here? We should have a shop.
There's anything to learn from these dwarves. It'll take great patience.
There's anything to learn from the dwarves, it will take great patience.
Look around. There's got to be a tankard we can tongue a few drops out of.
Don't let me interrupt you.
Lord, am I pissed or does the All-Father stand before me?
Both? This is good. The wise one will surely help solve our problem.
Yeah, you'll understand that more the more you go into America, to be honest.
What exactly is the source of your grief here?
Right, we're obviously going to do a quest for them by the looks of things.
Rhythm! Oh, we could use your poet's heart.
Poets?
Your words!
Is it going to be a flighting contest again?
We, the greatest of the sons of Ivaldi, are made a fitting end to the song. Will our end?
An end to a song.
I'm here to understand how you might help me strike back at Suter.
Strike back? Nonsense! Besides, it is not only he we must contend with, but his kin, his daughter Asa, stirs above, snatches up our people, works them to death.
An unwinnable war? All that's left to do is eat, drink, shag, and seal our legacies.
Exactly!
They've made the dwarfs be very crude in the way they talk, I think.
We have drunk ourselves to hell.
It's not a bad thing, but it just seems they talk completely differently to other people and other things we've met.
Must be you who completes the song of our saga, mine and Lom's.
Okay. Happily, we've got a choice to make. How do we complete that song? Happily, I told you I'm not here for games. You don't want that. I like to be nice, but I don't know if you want to finish their song. Let's go happily, just because I'm curious.
I will hammer the end of your saga, the strength of Mjolnir.
And we want to bring the dwarves on side. We need their help to get rid of Suter, don't we?
We are to be remembered and revered by all.
Yes! With Javi among us, we must adjust the final verse.
Okay.
Listen closely. Till the depths of Svartalheim, great Javi came, met with dwarves he knew not by name.
We need to finish it. In search of worries without remiss, instead found cowards who reek of piss. I can see not all these answers are going to be serious. Led by their wallowing, their pitiful groans, he could see they had peckers, but found no stones. A tall tale they asked to spin in their favour, a sad little saga whose truth is much graver. Okay, obviously we want the dwarfs on side, so we don't want to really annoy them, but I don't think there's a good answer here. In search of words without remiss, instead found cowards who reek of piss, I think it's probably a little bit harsh. Led by their wallowing, their pitiful groans, you could see they had peckers that found their stones. Again, probably a little bit harsh, probably not going to want to help us. A tall tale they asked to spin in their favour, a sad little saga whose truth is much graver. It kind of tells me they've obviously made a story isn't generally true, but it's in their favour, was actually, it was a lot worse than what they're making out. So I think that's probably the good answer.
A tall tale they ask to spin in their favor. A sad little saga whose truth is much graver.
Not quite what I was thinking. Let's try.
You call yourselves the Sons of Ivaldi. Why? To shit on his name?
Brammer, I don't think he means to lend his words to our song.
Go away!
You think?
Your words carve a deep wound.
We could have been a lot harsher, to be honest.
Each day we see our numbers dwindle. Friends go out.
That was the least harshest answer of them all.
Choice to forget.
And it wasn't a good answer by the sounds of it. I don't think any of them were, to be honest.
Sutra has stolen my son, and I do not have the luxury of forgetting.
I do want different body armor. It's annoying. That body armor that we got from the DLC itself, which is annoying me.
Cunning. Commands an elite swath of warriors. She oversees Surtur's operations here.
Where may I find her?
There is a smeltery up the road. The dwarves there may know.
I'll go there, see what your people know. With luck, I can trap Asa, trade her life for my son's.
Okay. Well, looks like we'll be trying to trade Asa for the life of her son.
I will.
So that is a new arc started, Vessel of Souls. With the new quest being the Warlord's Daughter. Okay, before we head there, obviously there's a shop, and we'll see if we can upgrade while we're here as well.
This is quite a feast for so desperate a time.
Bountiful food.
I do like to speak to everyone. You never know, they might give something away, something other people won't miss and not realise.
You make a strong argument. Excuse me.
Okay, the shop is over here.
Can it be? Host Father, mighty poet, chooser of the slain. The Raven God, whom they call Oski, Sigdir, Havi.
I know my names, friend, and they are many. But what is yours?
I am Ori, son of Nori, son of Gori, also son of Gori. They had the same name, you see. Beget of Fimbur, who was sired by Fomur, third child of Bombur. Then there was Gubrak, Voldi, Gori again.
Ori, you said?
Their family history is fascinating. Okay, let's have a look at the shop first. Again, titanium is the one thing we always run out of. Other than that, there's nothing we really need. We don't need anything really. I don't think it gives us anything decent. It's all cosmetics. Nope. We haven't sold a single thing during the whole game either. And all my runes are still there in my inventory. I've not got rid of a single rune.
Them here with you?
Oh no, dead, a lot of them. Father, he was crushed when a cow wandered off a cliff and landed on him.
What?
Grandma, a bird sat in her face, she fell off her pony and ran herself over with her own cart. Grandpa lost his razor, so he tried shaving with his axe instead. You can imagine how that went.
That is quite a streak.
That is. So his family all died from freak accidents.
Bad luck runs in the family.
One was squashed by a cow who fell off a cliff.
Still, I made it down here when the invasion began. Feasting and idling all day long. So maybe my luck has turned at last.
Okay. What a family. What a family. Okay, blacksmith is here as well. I don't know if we've got enough to upgrade anything, but it's definitely worth a look. It's the blacksmith.
You're looking for the blacksmith?
Oh, he's not actually here.
Went on an expedition, he said.
So we obviously need to save the blacksmith at some point, I would assume. And this is a fish guy.
Greetings, stranger. You've got the look of one who knows how to throw a line.
I would have thought you
we did a bit of fishing through the main game, and an island needed fish.
It's true.
Don't think France did.
From that lake. Too easy. We ate our fill and more, and we thought they'd last forever. We were wrong.
So they fished the lake, and now there's no more fish.
Outside, stranger. From the places we dare not go. I'll reward you well.
So what will she give us, and what do we need?
I brought something for you.
I might actually have the fish. Fishing is fun, but is even better when it serves a higher purpose. Offer the goods needed for delivery, and you'll be amply rewarded. So there are fish we haven't found whilst here. Then, by the looks of this, well, some of these actually tells you they're from England. Both of them are English. So unless you want the rewards, the only thing really is the rune that's actually worth it. Nothing else is worth it. We've got all the fish bar 2 shad. But the rewards are definitely not worth it.
Need something more?
No, thank you.
I'll return another time.
We'll leave her to it, I think. Not overly wide. The rewards aren't going to help us. Okay, so I think we've spoke to everyone. We know the blacksmith isn't here, so I'm assuming we have to go and save him at some point. Okay. Now there is a mystery nearby. What am I interacting with? Oh, the drinking contest. Ah, there's someone here. Who's this person? Oh, it's a drinking contest again. I don't want that. Okay. So, there is a mystery right there. Let's try and work out if it's still in here or elsewhere. Saying this, I need to cough and I really don't want to cough down my headphones, so bear 2 seconds. I didn't want to cough my headphones on, and I also knew the cough was going to hurt. Right, there is a mystery nearby. I'm curious to what it is. We've seen an incredible mystery previously in a shelter, and that was the golden hair.
How are you and these folk getting on, lady?
Better now that I see
So I'm assuming, why are we saying similar? It could be a memory.
Free us from the clutches of that red witch, won't you?
Who do you mean?
Asa, daughter of Surtur.
So Asa's the one we're going to try and find and capture.
Please, all father,
Right, we are rapidly running out of time for that, unfortunately. We've got about 10 more minutes.
Please.
Let's see how much more we can get done.
Only that so long as she is out
And
there,
since this is the 4th stream, that puts us roughly, I think, about 8 to 10 hours in.
if he is still able to string a sentence together.
That's a rough guess, to be fair.
drunkard.
I should actually check. Right, press one button. What's I want to do? I was having a quick count on the hours. So what are we? 222. Oh no, 223. So we are what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus tonight's 2. We're about 9 hours in. Actually, that's not too bad. I think we're doing okay for about 9 hours. Okay. The reason we came up here, we're looking for this mystery that I think is nearby. I'm going to pick up in here. Ah, there's something. What's this? Really, Boulder. How many times must you ask about the elves? Fine, I will tell you once more. They were brighter than the sun, and their understanding of the sacred Hygge was far beyond even my own. And then, one day, the news came of what Surtur had done to them. Even Loki wept. As for their knowledge of the Hygge, it now resides solely with the Lord of Muspelheim. This is Odin speaking to the child Balder. So the elves were an incredible race by the sounds of it. They were wiped out, and Surtur decimated them to the point that even Loki was upset. That's saying something, isn't it? If Loki got upset, that must have been horrific.
Surtur has a heart. I should put it to the test. Surely his beloved daughter's life is worth Baldur's freedom.
There you go, so we're going to try and use his daughter against him. That's the plan. I don't think he missed anything really, we've just cleared the new shelter. I'm trying to find this mystery that's nearby, and we have to try and deal with... It's interesting. Why is something we can move there? So maybe the mystery isn't inside. I thought it was, but it could be outside actually, looking at this. But yeah, you haven't missed much, to be fair. And we are running out of time for tonight. So what we're going to do is try and clear this mystery, and then that may be it, depending on what the mystery is. And obviously we have got the other place to go. Right, so our mystery is just here. I don't know what it is. What it entails. Ah!
Only I could talk to Svas.
That is a Jotun. We've seen one, killed one previously. And...
I don't care what anyone says.
That's the only time I've seen them so far.
Is everything all right?
I wish I
They are
knew
normally
how.
bad people.
You recognize me?
Of course, but I had no quarrel with you. Even if I did, I have more pressing matters. I must get into the dwarf shelter.
You have a death wish?
No, but if that's what it takes to be reunited with my love, it is a risk I must bear.
They hold a Jotun captive?
No. The one I
Oh,
love
wow. A Jotun is in love with a dwarf.
us. And as strange as it might sound,
the next stream won't be until Tuesday morning, GMT. And that'll probably be, there'll be this again, and then in the evening, Tuesday evening, I'm aiming to do Genshin Impact. That's the plan.
I'm not alone in feeling what I feel.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor Plays. How are you?
But I cannot take you inside looking like this. Can you shapeshift?
Oh, wow.
How's this?
Had to be a wolf, didn't it?
Come again?
Just stay by my side and don't eat anybody.
So we're helping her get into the dwarf shelter. She's disguised herself as a wolf, so the Jotun can shapeshift.
I don't know. And stop talking, or you'll give us both away. Do you know the way to the dwarf you seek?
I have a scent.
Then lead the way, but stay by my side.
So we have to help her get into the dwarf shelter. We know full well the dwarves find out she's a goner, but at the same time, she's in love with a dwarf. That's mad. There she's gone. She's run away.
Whoa, Poppy! Hold it there. You cannot bring that thing in here. It leads us home.
That's alright, no worries, Merrick.
This is my pet. She won't harm a soul.
Your pet? We have heard tales of you hunting every last wolf out of Asgard.
Come on, we want to go.
Well, don't believe everything you hear. Now, let us pass.
Where's your pet going now?
I'll go see.
Past you guys. She didn't want to wait anymore. She got fed up with the talking. Right, we need to catch up with the wolf. And she is no longer a wolf.
Vasker, have you lost your mind? You know what they'll do if they see you in here.
I couldn't wait another moment, and I had some help.
I can see. Thank you, High One.
It was no bother. And I've done far more for love, believe me.
So, am I mad? Or are you feeling this too?
You're not mad. You're amazing. I can't believe you'd risk your life for me.
In a heartbeat.
Wolves! Help!
We must help them. Come, High One.
We're both going to fight together by the looks of it. From the wolves that are attacking.
No! She fights the wolves. She is your ally.
Right, she's going to help the dwarves as well. I think this is how she's obviously going to get in their good graces, isn't it? She helps defend them. In theory, they're not going to try and get rid of her. So we've got to help defend the dwarves from the wolves. She's dealt with it then. Any more for any more?
Brother Isaac! What the hell is going on?
Just some wolves seeking death. Move aside.
Where are they? Is that all of them? No, there's still more. Where are they? In fact, the wolves are everywhere. There we go. I think that was all the wolves.
Kept your identity secret.
Sunday for you, but you woke up next early, so I can enjoy my time before tuition. Nice. No worries, Merrick. Thank you for joining us. Much appreciated. Hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Silence. Are you simpletons with minds large?
We're just about to finish, to be honest.
Blind to what you see.
You all saw. Vasker didn't hesitate to help. She was there.
All the dwarfs
in a
except a
heartbeat.
Jotun.
Except her, or she and I both leave.
You mean it?
Yes, I do. I would be a fool to let you slip through my fingers.
Then my work here is done. Good luck, the pair of you. And
I think this was one of the mystery was trying to find, to be fair. I think this was it. There we go. World event completed. Love conquers. There we go. We have got some skill points, so we'll spend the skill points, and then we have unfortunately run out of time, I'm afraid. Evening streams are only a couple of hours, so they do pass very quickly. I think we've done a little bit. We'll have a look at the map and actually look at what we've done shortly, or in a second. Let's just have a look at skills. We can buy a few more skill upgrades. Not that they're all a big deal. I don't mind spending skill points. I think we're about to hit level 500 or power 500. There we go. We're now power 500. And obviously we've already got mastery points and everything else on as well. Okay, let's have a look at what we actually managed to clear. Thank you, Kathy. Much appreciated. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for saying hello. It's been nice to be back, to be honest. It's always weird when we haven't managed to stream as much as we want to. So this evening we've managed to clear the couple of raids that were around this area. We did a lot more main quests. We completely killed Glod after he transformed into a fire. I said a fire leopard. And obviously we've made our way north and we've found our third shelter. And our next quest is to find Isa, the daughter of Suta, and hopefully trader for Balder's life. I've got a feeling it may not go to plan, just on the off chance. So, that's about it really. We upgraded our sword to divine, our hammer to divine, Legacy of Ivaldi, which is the guy we just met in the vault of the ancients as well. And if we give it a save, our hours will now be 274 hours, 11 minutes, 34 seconds for this current save game. So as I say, that is it for this evening. Thank you all very much for joining us. It's been an incredible stream, as it always is, and it's so nice to be back. I know the last few weeks, or the last month and a half, have been a bit up and down. Obviously, me and my whole family getting COVID didn't help things. Half term kind of got in the way. And then I'm still dealing with the after effects of having COVID, so the voice, breathing and all that kind of stuff that's frustrating, on top of the injuries I'm already dealing with. So yeah, it's been frustrating recently. I hate doing a schedule and then not keeping to it. But at the same time, I know I've got to learn that we need to look after ourselves as well. That's the important thing, I think. And you know, no matter how much I enjoy streaming and how much I enjoy chatting to you guys and that kind of stuff, if I can't talk, I can't talk. Or if I'm in agony, I'm in agony. I know this, and I know you guys have been fantastic, but it's one of those bugbears. When I do a schedule, I want to stick to it, and it's frustrating when things get in the way of that. Obviously, they can't be helped, but it is still frustrating. Yes, Cass, our time's up, I'm afraid. But that is it. So, plan tomorrow. The scheduled video will go live tomorrow 1 PM GMT. There is no live stream on Monday, daytime or evening, because I've got an assessment, I've got physio, and there's something else happening Monday as well. So no live stream Monday. We are back Tuesday morning with Assassin's Creed Dawn of Ragnarok, and Tuesday evening I'm hoping Genshin Impact, but I haven't made a final decision. I don't know if we should push ourselves as much as I planned to last week, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm going to see how I feel tomorrow, and go from there. I think is probably the best bet. But you guys are amazing as always. Thank you for all the messages on Discord, and it's always good to chat to you guys. So yeah, there'll be new content on the channel every day. There's a new video, either Dirt 5, Car Mechanic, or Watch Dogs. That'll be the same next week. There's a few little series I'm working on behind the scenes on different things as well that I'm interested in trying to do. It's obviously time, and I can't voice things over currently. Or I couldn't last week. But I will just waffle on. So instead of waffling on, we will say that's it. So as always, thank you for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. You guys have been incredible, as always. Have a good rest of your weekend, and hopefully we'll see you again next week. Thank you all for joining us, and enjoy your evening or your morning or your afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.